in Hollywood you never expected. They be having these big parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you and look in the wrong room. And you can't be so happy to change shit that you up your life. You know how many celebrities went to Diddy's house thinking they was finna dance?
For all those in London that don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man. When they come to one of my parties, I put them to sleep.
What is the date today? I completely, Thursday. Thursday? I was completely wrong, wasn't I? I had the dates wrong all this time. Diddy, come on out.
When Katt Williams declared that 2024 was the year all these industry deviants were going revealed, he didn't simply mean black stars. He was going for white stars too, who are just as wicked as Diddy and had their own shady connections with him. Now that Diddy's sitting in prison with no bail and where he's ready to spy on everyone just so he can save himself, Katt urged all these stars to better flee because this time their skin color may not rescue them. He also wrote a post stating Diddy about to snitch on everybody. And Katt Williams is correct because all these white stars are worried.
You can't be so happy to change shit that you up your life. You know how many celebrities went to Diddy's house thinking they was finna dance? How does that feel? You a grown-ass man. You gotta leave Diddy party like that. You can't even sit down in the car. You gotta drive all the way home, standing up. Whew. Can't roll the window down. You roll the window down, that breeze hit that open and start blowing and start saying, 1,000 bottles of baby. It ain't that much ass in the world. Everybody know that. P. Diddy's dumbass lawyer said he probably got it at Costco. I didn't say it too much. Said I wasn't gonna do this. I was just gonna tell my jokes. Get the up out of here. But 1,000 bottles of baby oil? It wasn't just what they found. It's what they didn't find. It was 233 cameras in that house. In one house. But what didn't they find? It wasn't one Bible in that. Wasn't no living plants in that motherfucker. Wasn't no vitamins. And no handcuff keys.
And the first one who is so afraid that he even fled the country, I'm talking about Ashton Kutcher, y'all. Ashton and Diddy go far back to their MTV days. Remember when Diddy phoned Ashton saying, "Don't punk me, man"? That's when their bromance began. They even ran a marathon together, showing up to all sorts of events, looking tight. But things became real nasty after many learned Ashton was a regular at Diddy's 2009 white party.
So we were spending a lot of time together. By the way, if you're a single man, like there's probably no greater human being in the world. This is 20 years ago, 19 years ago.
Yeah.
And so we were having a lot of fun together. Yeah. But it wasn't just like going out, like doing things. You know, we were watching football games, hanging out, like we would go shopping, whatever it was.
I'm officially headed down the rabbit hole to learn more about the origins of this friendship, and I find it very interesting because Ashton Kutcher was recently exposed for writing a letter to the judge asking for leniency in Danny Masterson's R-word sentencing while simultaneously being a founder and running a organization to protect people, especially children, from becoming victims.
Ashton's been hella quiet since Diddy was busted. People dredged out an old Hot Ones interview from 2019 where Ashton seemed pretty anxious when they inquired about Diddy's events. His entire mood was like, I got some secrets, but I ain't saying a word. This whole Diddy drama has taken a toll on Ashton, and he fears that Diddy is going to snitch on him to save himself. Ashton is so afraid that he is preparing to migrate to Europe together with his wife, Mila Kunis.
Okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked, because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out, watch football together.
That's crazy, man. I just heard about that. But you heard about the reports that Ashton Kutcher, he's worried that Diddy might lie on his friends? You heard about that?
But that's what I've been saying. I said, if the federal government wanted somebody more than they want Diddy, if he has some information about some people that they would tape already.
And then we've got Ellen. People have brought up a previous tweet when she dubbed Diddy Cuddle McSnuggle stuff and added, y'all don't need to know why. Well, knowing all that, we know now, we don't need to guess what she was indicating. And let's not forget her requesting Diddy to attend to one of her parties on her program back in 2018. She insisted the party wouldn't start without him, and they even made this crazy pinky vow. Now, given what we know, folks are questioning why she was so pressured for Diddy to turn there. Like, what did she know, and why was she attempting to get so close to him?
Great. So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seen me show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them.
And much like Ashton, Ellen has her own dirty laundry. On the surface, she shows being friendly to others, yet she has been branded as the worst star in the whole business. In 2020, numerous former colleagues came out accusing her of producing a hostile work atmosphere, demonstrating fear, rape, and harassment. Ellen ultimately apologized, her program was terminated, and she utterly vanished from the face of the world. Knowing she was good friends with Diddy makes a lot more sense now. After all, birds of a feather flock together.
It's like a beautiful name, Isis.
Ellen's rough.
Ellen is like an old...
But it's a rough one now.
It's a rough one now because she was running Abu Ghraib in the back of her show. That's a rough one. She's out there dancing with Kristen Bell, and in the back, there's people that are getting up on the rack like this.
It's so weird when you see, like, a lot of people saying that someone who seems so nice is not nice at all.
She doesn't seem nice, but that's people have a very poor judge of character. She doesn't seem nice. It seems forced. People that are like that all the time, she doesn't seem nice. It's very forced. And whatever, you're allowed to be a bitch, right? You're allowed to be a bitch. You're allowed to be nasty to people. You're accomplished. You're a comedian. You did the whole thing. What you're not allowed to do is have a Guantanamo Bay situation in the backstage of your show where everybody's walking around afraid for their life, and it's like Abu Ghraib where they're hooked up to wires and they
dogs
have like
around them.
Yeah, she's got dogs and hoods. If an intern's late, they have a hood on. I don't support that. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, I wish her the best. She's around for too long. Fallon, all these people, walk away. You've been famous forever. Walk away. Like, eventually, everybody, they're just going to figure it out. Now, Fallon's on an apology tour because of the blackface. Like,
is he?
Well, he was. Like, he had to go around and apologize a million times for, like, they're going to find the thing if you don't go away. You gotta have a good run, and then when you have a good run, you step back and you go, okay, I'm still gonna do my thing, but like I'm not. I mean, there's only a few jobs in entertainment, right?
Right.
So I think a lot of the cancel culture shit is probably these motherfuckers want those jobs.
Ooh.
They're like, how long is this bitch gonna be dancing? I can dance with Hillary Clinton. I could do the Charleston with Henry Kissinger, whatever the fuck she does out there.
The Charleston, is that what it is?
She goes out there, do the Charleston. She's got war criminals. Her and Bush are jumping around. I mean,
that's right. She was buddies with Bush. That
yeah,
was like one of
she's
the
a
first
CIA agent.
Then there's Leo. There's this shot from 1998 of Leo simply kicking back in Diddy's East Hampton crib, and nobody thought much of it back then. But now Leo's staff is rushing, attempting to separate him from Diddy, and get this. Just like Diddy, Leo has also been accused of being on the DL and playing around with guys. Allegedly, he exclusively dates emerging models who would profit immensely from being seen out in public, which also helps distract attention from any curiosity about his sexuality. It is claimed that the reason Leonardo has not come out publicly is because his management is stopping him from doing so because they fear that it is going to tarnish his image as a Hollywood playboy. Allegedly, Leonardo has been covertly dating his close buddy Lucas Haas. Leonardo and Lucas have been buddies for years. In January 2022, Daily Mail carried a story about Leonardo and Lucas, and they threw some shade at them and hinted at the rumor, stating Leonardo DiCaprio tops up his tan from the back of a big boat with best mate Lucas Haas after ringing in the new year with Jeff Bezos in St. Bart's. With Diddy's imprisonment and knowing that all these parties were purely homosexual, some are thinking maybe the reason Leo enjoyed the Diddy parties so much was because he could be himself entirely. But Leo's staff is making it apparent that he hasn't been in touch with Diddy for years, seeking to destroy any link between him and this crazy business.
In these people, a lot of these people were also aspiring young artists in the music industry. And then these parties were sponsored by Motown Records CEO, Universal Records CEO. This goes all the way to the top. And so you get these people in compromising situations. The drinks were laced, the videotapes were hot. And then at the end of the day, you wake up the next morning, what did I do? And then they have compromising material on you. And then they can guide your career. They could kill your career, but they got you. And it wasn't just people in the music business. As you said, there were athletes, there were celebrities, there were politicians, people from the royal family. And we were also told by the former bodyguard that Diddy was an FBI informant. So he was a snitch and was feeding information to the feds. And we don't know what that means. We haven't been able to confirm it, but even Little Rod said it's not just like Epstein. It could be worse than Jeffrey Epstein.
Now, if you recall the early 2000s, you know Paris Hilton and Diddy were a formidable team. They were everywhere together, and Diddy's events earned her tremendous street cred in the hip-hop scene. Paris was practically Diddy's +1 at all the important events, and she even dubbed his 50th birthday party the sickest one she'd ever been to. She was also caught up in those iconic images from Diddy's home party in Saint-Tropez. There has been allegations that their association was all about the excess and depravity lifestyle that Diddy's being locked up for. Now people are clearly side-eyeing their connection, wondering whether she knows more than she's letting on.
These are the Diddy pictures Hollywood doesn't want you to see. Every A-list celebrity from Leonardo DiCaprio to Mariah Carey can be seen partying with the disgraced rapper at his various get-togethers dating back to 1998. Here's a shot from one of Diddy's white parties with Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton in the background. And here he is with Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore at another party in 2009. Russell Brand, Chris Brown, Lil' Kim, Nicole Richie and Tommy Lee are just a few of the other big-name guests, while another picture from Diddy's East Hampton house shows two women pouring champagne down another woman's throat in the pool.
Then there's also this entire idea about how the Kardashians' church was somehow tied to paying off Diddy's partners. Now, if you don't know about this church, it's managed by Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, and another highly dubious character, Lou Taylor. Lou Taylor was the one who placed Britney Spears under a conservatorship and had her medicated up all these years. She was apparently reportedly behind establishing a conservatorship for Kanye West as well.
24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They is doing all of this, y'all, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband. And they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all, hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney Spears' whole situation.
And we must chat about Jada Lowide. She and Diddy were a big thing back in the day. And now it's been stated that when the notorious club shooting in NYC occurred, when rapper Shine took the blame for Diddy, she knew about it since she is supposedly the one who lied to the jury about what happened and shielded Diddy. And this is why many are assuming that they're going to get Jada Lowide. Natanya, who was captured in that event, even indicated that she was prepared to have the shards pulled out of her face for ballistics evidence because she's eager to have the case reopened, and that both Diddy and Jennifer ought to go down for her participation and for lying in front of a jury.
Jones claims in the lawsuit, Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine. He shared that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. So now you have Little Rod in this new lawsuit saying that Diddy told him that he actually was responsible. I mean, what did you think when you read that?
Well, I was incensed for a number of reasons. First and foremost, for the past quarter of a century, he's vehemently denied that he was responsible, even though I knew wholeheartedly, and as so many others who were in the club that night, we all knew he was responsible. A lot of people were afraid for their safety, justifiably so. I mean, the history that has occurred in the last 25 years proves that they were justified in being afraid, but I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid because I still bear I have 9 bullet fragments remaining in my face. So when I saw that count 128, that's actually count 128 of the lawsuit. When I saw that on a podcast that was analyzing all of the counts, I knew I had to speak. I had no intention of going viral. I was just getting it out of me. I have a mantra, having my say. There was a time a few years ago where I had a talk radio show called Having My Say. And that's very important to me. I believe everyone is entitled to have their say. Far too often we don't hear people or listen. And so I just wanted to get it out of me because it was like an audible, deep breath that I needed to take.
Jennifer is going through a divorce with Ben Affleck, and there are claims that he is leaving her since she is supposedly on one of the videos. And Ben doesn't want any portion of her history with Diddy to harm him. Then there's Howard Stern. Now, Howard may seem like an unusual option, but y'all, he's got links to Diddy too. He's spoken about the parties on his radio program, and although he's always brushed it off as simply a hectic time, many are beginning to question whether there's more to it. Howard's always been the guy to say anything for shock effect, but with Diddy's fresh allegations, some are doubting what he truly knows.